State requirements. State requirements for educational facilities in 2014. Office of Educational Facility of Florida Department of Education. Um, Office of Educational Facilities, Florida Department of Education, Florida Department of Education, Office of Educational Facilities, 325 West Caney Street, room with 1054, Tallahassee, Florida, 32399, 0400 850, 245 0494, fax 850 245 9236, 850 245 93404. The Florida Department of Education websites, the Office of Educational Facilities, Florida.org, the Ed Facilities, or School Business Fix and Capital Outlay at Florida.org, FCO. Other helpful web pages are Florida Building Codes Online, www.2iccsafe.org, State Florida. Florida Codes, Florida Prevention Code Online, My Florida A, CFO, SFM, Florida Fire Prevention Code 2010 International Code Congress, iccsafe.org. The Department of Education paperless communications. As of July 1st, 2002, the Department of Education replaced a bulk communication with the paperless communication system. In order to be notified of the change state requirements of the educational facilities, other communications Department of Education interested in parties are not required to subscribe to Department's paperless communications. The Department developed an electronic means to notify interested parties when official correspondence is posted on the website, communicated with the Florida Educational Communicate in a time of cost-efficient manner by signing up with the address below, indicating type of interest. Subscribers will receive an email noticing containing like messages, reports, legislative updates, technical assistant papers, newsletters, and state requirements for educational facilities. Official memorandums issued by the Department of Education also message will link the PDF files that will be made for view, download, or maybe viewed, downloaded, and printed. To sign up for the services, access the data.florida.departmenteducation.org/communication. On a website, filing your email address and click continue. On the following screens, they will request information about yourself or your interests. For the interest, be sure to select K through 12, Florida colleges, college or university, or the next screen, supportive service or educational facilities. The information distributed in paperless communication system is archived searchable by keyword. Subscribers who do not wish to receive email notices when new documents are added by still accessing the archive anytime. Newly archived items will contain notation of newly 30-day from posting. All subscribers may receive periodic messages from the Commissioner of Education. Signing up information will be disclosed in third parties, government agencies, unless required by the state law. Please note that the pursuant of Florida Public Records Law, Section 11907, Florida statutes, all information received in connection with the state business is available to anyone of the inspection company and copying upon request unless other information specified is subject to specific statutory exemption. The preface. The revised document has been updated and included recent legislative changes to State Requirements for Educational Facilities, SREF. State Requirements for Educational Facilities is written in a wide range of users from the superintendents is a small school district who manages the superintendents in small school districts who manage all district programs including facilities individuals involved in multiple aspect facility programs in large school districts. Florida colleges and universities. Florida colleges 1 universities and individuals in private sectors. State requirements of educational facilities is organized in subsequent steps required to the facility process, covers the definition of terms, property acquisition, defense, acquisition, disposal, financial lease and lease purchases, historical buildings, program development, professional service, inspection service, design standards, and inspection standards. 1. The Constitution of the State of Florida identifies the state public education agency as a public school district, community college district, or state university system. Various Florida statutes are used the term Florida colleges, community college, or junior college. A post-secondary institution that are not universities. Chapter 2011.5 law towards substitutes the term Florida college system and institution for a term called Florida college, community college, junior college, where those terms appear in the K-20 Education Code in order to consistent with the legislative mandate of the state The state requirements for educational facilities references will use the Florida colleges when referring to the Florida College System institution, which refers to the post-secondary schools commonly known as community colleges. Table 1, the contents. 1.1, Educational Facilities Authority, capital outlay funds, scopes of state requirements and educated facilities, requirements, rules, and exemptions. 1.2, definitions. 1.3, exemptions of standard innovative planning construction techniques, request for approval, request for reports, unaccepted results, acceptance and standards, acquisition and disposal of real property, authority, federal inventory of schoolhouses, fish. Location, disposal of real property. 1.5, historical resources. Table of contents 2, educational financial facilities, administrative and the state board education and capital outlay programs, manuals and forms of boards, accounting, reporting, and fixed capital output, monies, deposit accounting of school boards, capital output, capital outlay, and debit services fund are available in the board. PICO funds are available for the board, including University of Florida schools and deaf and the blind and other educational agencies. 7, earned interest. 8, eligible criteria. 9, project types. 10, prompt investment of the board. 11, improperly expended funds by the board, including University of Florida School for the deaf of the blind and other education agencies. 12, lease agreements and board, including university. 13, lease purchase agreements for the board, including university. 14, qualified public education facilities, QPEF, Private Bond Allocation Act. Qualified Zone Academic Bonds, QZABS. Fixed capital outlay funds of the chapter school. 2.2, lease contracts for educational and ancillary facilities and sites. Leasing of board-owned property and leasing from persons and entities. 2.3, lease of purchase contracts, educational ancillary facilities and sites, boards, acquisition options for university lease purchase authority, prerequisite board agreements for stipulation, agreements for lease purchase building on board-owned property. Table of contents, section 3, survey, educational plan survey, comprehensive planning, adequate school facilities, presidents, 5-year districts facility work program. 3.2, educational specifications facility programs. 30, space requirements, safe school designs, life cycle cost guidelines, materials, funding of Florida public educational facilities, energy efficient construction, classroom lighting. Construction procedures, professional services and construction techniques, pre-qualification of contractors at educational facility construction, general contract procedures, bond insurance, advertising, bidding and awarding contracts, payments for the contractor project, close out, certificate of final inspection, OEF, Form 209, change or order toxic substance safety precautions, documentation submittals, codes, board authorized building departments reviewed of the local authority, reviewed by local fire authority, archiving documents, building permits, annual maintenance permit review by office of document submittals, reuse prototype projects, Florida College Master Plan policy, police and fire protection authorities. 4.4, inspectors inspections. Sanitation casualty safety inspectors, SCSI, annual inspection relocatables. Existing facilities, 1 administration, 2 sites, 3 concrete, 4 masonry, 5 metals, 6 wood, 7 installation and moisture protection, 8 doors, windows, 9 finishes, 10 specialties, equipment, 12 furnishings, 13 special construction, 14 relocatable buildings, 15 conveying systems, 16 mechanical, 17 electric. Table of contents. 6.1. Size of space of occupation design criteria tables keys calculating program net square footage calculating other building spaces facility inventory data. Size spaces, occupational design criteria tables, public school, vocational, technical, related spaces for public school, vocational, technical schools, Florida colleges, state university related spaces of Florida college, state universities, public broadcasting stations. 6.2. The utilization, space needed, generation factors, formula, standards of Florida College. Special utilization, instructional space categories, space needed by generation for instructional space categories, space needed generation for other types of space. 6.3. Space categories for Florida colleges. 6.4. Guidelines for the legal requirements of conducting and reporting educational plant surveys for the Florida colleges. Table of Contents 7. Chapter 7. These are the form table. Chapter 7 is forms, capital outlay, request encumbrances, qualified public educational facility application, qualified zone, academic program application, Florida Department of Education project, disbursement cost of construction report of Florida College Systems, cost of construction report, public schools, project implementation information, certification, occupancy, letter of transmittal, facilities, space chart, 9 gross square footage, OEF, Certificate of Final Inspection, Capital Outlay Bond Issuance Amendment of the Florida College System, Capital Outlay Bond Issuance COBI, Capital Outlay Bond Issuance Amendment Districts, Request for the State Board Education Approval Order of the Priority Expenditure State Capital Outlay Fund, Florida College System, Request for State Board Education Approval Order of the Priority to Expenditure State Capital Outlay Funds of Public Schools. Building permit application, annual facility maintenance permit, certification facilities, life cycle cost and analysis, sample resolution requesting issuance capital outlay bonds for Florida College System, sample resolution requesting issuance of capital outlay bonds for public schools, special facilitation construction account SFCA District of School Board resolution. Okay, Chapter 1. State requirements of educational facilities.